Hey Cheryl, so excited to be kicking off our day one of our 7-day Return to Resilience journey. And today is perhaps you could argue the most important day, and it's all about connecting to our authenticity. And
Yes.
yes, and you and I both know, being authentic, means that you're really showing up as your true self. And sometimes we realize we are not our true self when things aren't in alignment, and it kind of can come out and wait a minute, I'm panicked. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I feel like I'm in someone else's body, or I don't recognize myself. And these are all real signs of perhaps I'm not connected or aligned with who I truly am. And those are those signals to pay attention to really get clear and get tuned back into who am I, and what is that unique inner essence that I really bring to everything I do, and really just living into that. So I'm excited about this. I think it's definitely an important first step for us to share with our audience today on day one. What do you think about authenticity as far as yourself and what you've seen with clients?
So, when clients come to us for coaching, often it's because they're out of alignment with who they authentically are. So it just
Mhm.
something just doesn't feel right. And if you white knuckle, getting through your life, regardless of this kind of feeling, you end up exhausted, you end up depleted, you end up just unsatisfied. So
Mhm.
I find it's really important to really dig into, like, who is my true self. And the other thing I found is we change, we grow and evolve, right? Like, there are key moments in our lives that really shift what is really critical and important to us, about who we are. When I became a mom, for example, my identity very much changed, and that was something that created a sort of a realignment in how I approach life and work and all of those things. What
Yes.
have you
Oh,
seen?
yeah, I love that you bring up, I mean, obviously moving into parenthood, those of us that do make that big step in our journeys, it does change. It changes a lot of things. And also you still are the same person. So you have to figure out, like, how do I evolve and still stay who I am at the core,
Yeah.
but evolve to my new surroundings, my new journey of where I am, whether it's, kids or partnership with someone, or jobs, changing jobs, getting a job, all of these things are really important to make sure you're really checking yourself to see, okay, am I really showing up who I am in these moments and in these transformations? So yes, very, very important.
Exactly. And, for folks that are listening, part of what we want to do this week, right, in each day is to really talk a bit about a topic that we think is a important aspect to the journey, but also share an action. What's one thing that maybe you could do today that doesn't take a lot of time? Maybe it's 10 or 15 minutes that can help you take a step in a direction, right? You're not going to probably figure it all out in that 10 or 15 minutes, but you can take a step. And I know I've found personally that even just doing these things, they're like seeds that you plant, and that,
Mhm.
with some watering, just continue to grow and flourish. So, each day we're going to throw out an idea for an activity that folks can do, but we're also really open to hearing what other recommendations people have, or, what they're seeing as they're going through these activities, et cetera. Right?
Yes, yeah, and the activities are, don't discount them. Like, just take a few minutes, as Cheryl said, it's just, 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes, and just get started, right? Like, just take a few minutes. And in this case, around authenticity, sit down, grab a piece of paper, your favorite notebook, journal, whatever it is, and just think about, like, what are those things that are really kind of like your superpowers? Like, what do you bring to everything you do that people are like, man, Cheryl, you just do that effortlessly. Or, gosh, you know what, whenever you're around, like, you make things so easy when it comes to whatever it is, like, you're so creative. So you just make everything seem so creative and beautiful. So I think it's, really think about what are those things that are sort of effortless to you that people look to you for and to bring, and that you love about yourself, and just really jot those down and just start to be creative about it. You know, what does that look like for you?
Exactly. And I think if you are struggling in that, like, oh, I don't know, um, for the next day, for the next 24-hour period, try to be mindful of, maybe there's a moment that you feel, you really light up, or you get into flow, or, you're really highly engaged. Make note of those activities that you're doing where you just feel really alive. That could be a great, provide great insight, right?
Yes, yes. Well, I love that. And for me, one of those is connecting with people. I'm a connector. So, doing things like this, Cheryl, are huge, right? Collaborating with you on this project is phenomenal. And that's something that's important to me to bring to everything I do. And so I'm just excited to be on this journey with you and kicking things off around authenticity this week. And yeah, let's get things going. And we
All
really
right.
appreciate everyone's participation, and would love to hear from you too.
Absolutely. All right. See you day 2.
Okay, bye.
Bye.